Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I defend. I really don't use the second man press a lot, but if you guys like it, you can use it. I'm going to show you how to defend without it and how you can become a better player. I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be one, but I'm a top 1% player every season. So I came a long way. I've learned a lot of FIFA throughout the years. So the key to defending and how I defend, and I personally think that defending can win you more games. Alright, so you guys can see this is the team we play against. It's a really good team. So as you can see, I'm always pressing. I'm always there trying to think what the opponent's gonna do. You see, I'm always pressing. I'm always there. Boom, boom. Try to think where your opponent's gonna pass the ball, and then boom, you take the ball from them. Alright, here we lose the ball, but I'm there. You see, I'm always pressing with Vieira. You see how I'm moving around trying to see what he's gonna do. Boom, boom, we steal the ball. So you always try to close those spaces. Try not to go after the player too much. Close spaces instead. That way you force him to do that risky pass, and then you take the ball away from them easier. You see, I'm pressing. I'm constantly pressing him. So I'm pushing him back. Instead of him going forward, he's going back because he has nothing to do. You see? You force the risky pass, and then he loses the ball. Always pressing. I'm always pressing. Boom. That should have been a goal. The problem there, let's go back there. So you see, like, the problem that he had a clear shot, I'm going to tell you why. As you can see, when he gave that pass, I took out Marquinhos. Marquinhos is out of position. As you can see, Marquinhos is out of position. And that's the reason why he's going to be able to break down to my defense and get that open shot. Because Marquinhos is out of position. That means I have one defender and boom, he should have scored that. But the reason is because I took out Marquinhos. So you try not to touch your center backs too much unless you have to. Try to press with your midfielder or your attacking players. Do not touch your defenders. AI is really good this year, so he helps you close a lot of spaces. As you can see, I'm pressing with my right back. I'm pressing with my right back. I'm pressing with my attacking players. That way I have more players to press, and then my defending just close down, and boom, steal the ball. We go to the attack. So you see, I'm pressing with Vieira. I'm pressing with Vieira. I'm closing down spaces. I'm pressing with everybody. As you can see, most of my team, and I don't even have. You see Marquinhos, how I press with Marquinhos. My tactics, I don't even have drop back to defend, and I will show you guys the tactics. I don't even have drop back or come back to defense. It's just that this year the back line is just pushed down too much, so that makes the team look like that. But use it as your advantage. You see, you press with everybody you can except your center backs. You see, unless you know that you're gonna take the ball away from them like I did there, then you make the move. But you have to be sure, because if you miss that tackle, your center back is gonna be out of position. You're gonna leave an open space, and it's gonna be a goal. See, I'm always pressing. You see Vieira, it's always moving, closing down spaces. Try to think like your opponent. What would you do in that situation? And that way, you're able to take the ball away from them easier. I know it's hard. It's hard to take guesses, but it will help you once you learn it a lot. You see? I knew he was going to cut back because I had players on the other side, so that's why I went for the tackle, and boom, we take the ball away from them. You guys can see I'm always pressing with my attacking players. I don't let no attacking player just stand there. I'm constantly pressing with either one. You see, I'm always moving, try to close down spaces. You see, again, I took out Marquinhos. That's not good. He could have left the open space, but I'm always constantly forcing him to pass the ball back because he has nothing to do up front. That shouldn't even be a foul. It's Messi. What can you expect? Always going to be called a foul. Again, we're defending right here. We have two players on him without having to use the second man press. So you see, I'm always closing down. Boom, boom, I'm closing down. I force him to go back because he has no choice. But then right here, you see how I move? I move to the right, and that left the whole left open. So that's why you try not to move your center back too much. I went for the trick. You saw he took me right, left, the same way I told you guys to attack. So basically, I left the whole left space open. Right there, you see we lose the ball. Boom, Mateos gets it right back. And then I should have done better in the attack. I rushed. I lost the ball. I lost a good chance. You see, boom, Baran, boom. See, again, Vieira, boom. You always got to be on top of them. You have to be quick. Switching your players is the key to defending. You have to be as quick as possible. Second half, the game is tied. As you can see, this is a good player, but I'm doing good. I'm pressing. I'm forcing him to lose balls that he shouldn't lose. So we're just not doing good in the attack. So that's why the game's still tied. You see right there? Let me show you what happened right there. Here's the problem. You see how I take out Marquinhos, I leave the space open. He should have scored this, but he wasn't consistent enough. He expected me to move to go after him with Baran. I didn't. I covered the center, and that's why I was able to cover the shot. So always do what your opponent doesn't expect you to do, because everybody expects you to go after them once they have that whole open space. I know it may sound crazy not to go after them, but trust me, wait for the last second and you're gonna do better. As you can see right here, boom, I take out Baran out of position again, so he has space. Baran's still not on position, and he's still moving around. I move my right back, but Baran's still too far here. Damn, boom, he scored on me. I'm always pressing him, always forcing him to go back. You see, he's looking for spaces. He doesn't see any. So, boom, we take the ball away because I'm not going after him. I'm just covering the open spaces. That way he has no chance to give a good pass. Boom, 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 boom. We're always trying to close spaces. Boom, we take the ball away. Always try to close spaces. Instead of like rushing to take the ball from them, take the time to step back and close spaces. That's the key. See, I lose the ball and then boom, I go straight to pressing. You see, press with my attack, let my middle fall back. That way my middle and my defense can close down spaces. As you can see, we had my middle pressing and then Baran took the ball away from them. So kind of like press with your attack, your middle's gonna fall back and your defensive is gonna close down the gaps. You see, my middle, I'm always moving. See, I'm always moving. You see Marquinhos is closing down. Boom. He didn't have nowhere to pass the ball. So that was why it was so easy for me to take the ball away from him, because I knew he wasn't gonna pass the ball. And that leads to an open space, which I should have scored, but you're gonna see what happens. I missed the goal, but that should have been a goal. You know, taking the ball from them almost led to a goal. So that's why I always say defending is the key to winning game, because that should have been an easy goal. But the whole play was because I stole the ball from him. As you can see, I'm constantly pressing. Boom. Stole the ball from me. That wasn't even me. That was AI. That's what I'm telling you. As long as you don't move your players out of position, AI is going to help you a lot. See, I close down the gap. He's forced to go back because he's had nothing open at front. So he's always going back. You see, he's looking for open spaces. He doesn't see any. He gives a risky pass. He's moving. You see? Boom. We press. Because he has no open spaces. So your job at defending is not really taking the ball from them. It's always forcing them to give you the ball. It's not always just going after and taking it away from them. Try to force them to give it to you. You know what I mean? So as you can see, I'm always pressing. I've never stopped pressing. You see, I'm always pressing. Boom, boom, move one player to the other one. See, boom, boom. If I move a player wrong, I try to correct it with the other one and try to close down the gap. As you can see, boom, we take the ball away. And then, you see, that is going to lead to a goal. As you can see right here, that's another steal is going to lead to the goal. And when you're trying to score, have composure. Wait for your goalkeeper movement. Do a little ball roll. They're easy to do. Learn to do ball rolls. Try to be as calm as you can when it comes to scoring, because if not, you're going to miss. This was an easy goal. All I had to do was ball roll and goal. But the whole play started because I stole the ball with Baran. His team was out of position, so that made the goal. So again, we're playing a really good team. There's really not much you can upgrade to this team. That was Moments Gorincha, by the way. So again, really good team. All we can do is try to get the dub. So you can see he's doing skills. Boom, I take the ball from him. I lose the ball. But what I do, I'm always pressing. You see, he's trying to do skills. I already know that I don't have Baran, but you see, that wasn't even me. That was AI. That's why I tell you guys, AI helps a lot. As long as you don't move your players out of position, AI is going to be cracked for you. See, I'm always pressing. You see, I press with Mbappe. I force him to lose the ball because I press. See, I have the open space, but then both of my center backs. You saw how Baran moved, so I forced him to move to the Marquinhos side, and I had Marquinhos there. So boom, we take the ball away from them. All right, so you see, I have Vieira pressing. I know he's gonna pass the ball, so I moved my right back to that side because I already knew he was gonna do that. Again, thinking like your opponent is gonna help you out defending as well. Now, as you can see, he can't even get through my team. Like, he lost the ball. Boom. Again, Mbappe, I closed my defense down. I forced him to go back. He tried to do the movement. I have my defense on good positioning. We take the ball away again. Again, right here, we win the ball, we pass it, we move it around. Look how he takes out Varane. He moves Varane to try to cover it. He leaves Mbappe open. That should have been a goal. I missed. I don't know what happened. But he took out Varane and left Mbappe alone. So that's why I tell you guys not to move your center backs at all. Unless you really have to, unless you know you're going to get the ball, leave them alone. At this point, he's frustrated. He's not finding spaces. So you see, we keep moving the ball around. We're not playing as great at attacking, but defensive, he's not finding spaces. See, I'm always pressing. You see, I'm always pressing. Boom. I force him to do that risky pass, that 50-50 pass, and I always end up winning. As you can see, he's frustrated because he's not finding spaces. So what does he do? A red card. And watch what happens. He leaves the game. Why? Because he was not finding any spaces at the back. So that's what I'm saying. Defensive is where you start becoming a better player. Attacking, the game is so broken that attacking you can get lucky and win the game as long as you're a good defender. So this is it for the video. If you guys enjoy and want to see more of these videos, leave it in the comments. I'm gonna do an episode for attacking, and I'm gonna do an episode for my tactics, and I'm gonna do more episodes about giving you guys tips on what I do. So I really hope this helps you guys. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and turn the notifications on so you guys don't miss one of these videos. And let me know what else you guys are struggling in. That way I can give you guys advice. Other than that, I'll see you guys until the next time.